Hey everybody, welcome back to my Australian vlogs. This is a look at part one. And yes, I left that bell noise in there because in North America we got rid of bells because we found out that they heal our bodies. LOL, but that's a different topic, maybe for another day. And here's a look at part two. I did almost the whole coastal part, but you guys said I didn't make it to the end. I'm still so devastated. Okay, I decided to take a dip in here. So refreshing. Oh my god. It was so cold. It's so nice in here. Highly recommend. The one at Bondi, you have to pay $10. It is quite nicer, but hey, this one's free. So cool. So, without further ado, welcome to part three of my Australian adventure. And just like how I'm calling these different parts, I was in Australia for a total of 4 days, y'all. So this is my third day here. My hostel was in the middle of Chinatown, so I would often just go for walks here and look at this. This is crazy. I actually, at some points, I had to convince myself that I wasn't in Taiwan or Japan. Like, this is wild, y'all. I absolutely love it. Felt like I was visiting two countries in one, even two continents. And we have a Chinatown in Australia, oh my goodness, in Vancouver, Canada, but it does not look like this. Trust me on that. I was starving by this point and I had to go meet my friends somewhere else. A couple of people I met on one of the tours. So I saw this fishbowl place and no idea what to expect, but this bowl was delicious and I felt so healthy, so full, so much fiber, which is exactly what I needed. And it was just under $20. I find it so crazy that these like bus trains run in the middle of the city like this, and then once they're gone, everybody jaywalks. And I think something happened this night actually, because a lady with like two kids came running up to me asking me, "Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened?" And I was like, "No." And then she started explaining something to me, and I thought she was intoxicated, but I think she meant somebody got hit. I don't know. Is it 8 o'clock at night? Yes. Am I walking by myself like this? Yes. I feel extremely safe. Really happy. I've only ever seen one person yelling obnoxiously, which is crazy because in Vancouver there'd be like 20 by now. So we're looking for the place where we're supposed to meet up with our other friend, and it took us in this like weird back alleyway corridor. This is so trippy. I'm loving it though. Okay, so the security guard that was standing in the corner of the back alleyway is the entrance to the secret underground speakeasy, but I guess it's not secret anymore, so please don't get mad at me in the comments, okay? I don't know, I'm just a visitor. It was such a vibe in here though, I loved it. That was just to show you how dark it really is in here. Trust me, I have the brightness and brilliance turned up to 100 here. And this is the entire wall of whiskeys. Okay, guys, this speakeasy is so cool. But I actually don't drink. I am sober for a very long time, so she actually made me apple juice. Fresh, squeezed apple juice, I might add. And for a disclaimer to all the Canadians, the toilets don't go the opposite way here. They actually just flush down. Okay, starting day three. Oh my gosh. Kind of on a sad note because of my acne due to my sunscreen. But here's the fit. And let's go explore. I just had a yogurt. Just gonna go and get a coffee now. So I am back in this beautiful shopping center, the Queen Elizabeth, to go and find the letter that she wrote to this place for the grand opening that cannot be open. And I remember her saying it was upstairs, so let's go and find a stairwell. There's a beautiful clock over there. There's also this stairwell. Oh, wait a second. What's in this glass beside it? Oh, a memorial. Okay, I thought the letter was in here, but look at this clock. Oh my gosh, this actually beats the astrological clock I saw in Spain. Look how detailed and beautiful this is. Phenomenal work, my goodness. Gee. This is actually very horrific. Oh my god, I found it. It was just on the other side. Here it is, the Queen's letter, placed on public viewing Tuesday, 18th November, 1988. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, I'm just not reading it. Open in 2085. Yo, we're gonna be alive, right? Damn. Should we come back to Sydney for that? The tour guide did say that this letter is probably just saying congratulations on the reopening of the Queen Elizabeth Mall, and I hope you had a blessed life. She said that, and I actually believe it. Okay, unfortunately, as much as I love my outfit, I thought I looked so cute. I am sweating, so definitely need a tank top or something, unfortunately. Okay, so a little bit more about my hostel. It is located on Wilmot, okay, and it literally is this back lane. So every day I've been waking up either at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. due to construction noise and all of the guys bringing out their trucks here. It's extremely loud, honestly. So if you're a very light sleeper like I am, be warned. Otherwise, this place is great. And let's check out the new fit. I mean, definitely won't get sweaty now. Okay, so this is the hostel, and I am currently the only North American here, and there's like, I don't even know how many guests, but maybe 50. So you walk in, and you need a key card to get in when it's nighttime. Otherwise, this is the entrance. Super cute. Summer house. Great receptionist. Lovely workers here. Check in, check out, but you could always drop off your bags, which is what I did. And if you do not like stairs, be warned, this entire place is stairs, as the elevator sometimes doesn't work. And when I say stairs, I mean literally everything is stairs. Thankfully, I was floor 1, but I don't mind stairs. So let's take a little look-see-poo. Here is the view from my room, and this is my lovely bunker. As you can see, very cozy. I actually chose the window so I could deal with less noise due to the door, but turns out it is very noisy in this back alley. Okay, couldn't really record too much there because there's people in my room getting ready, late starters, let's just say. Okay, so once you finally make it to floor 3, this is the main attraction place. This is where the kitchen is, the living room, where you sit down and eat. And this place is always bumping, and especially during the hot times of 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. This place is so crazy, and I'm an early starter, so whenever I come here, there's nobody in here. And this place stinks. I'm not even kidding you. I don't think they've ever washed these pillows But this is where a lot of people come and sit down. They do, stuff on their phone during the day, and there's a TV. One time I saw two girls watching Netflix in here, which I thought was so weird because this is like a, communal area, and why are they watching Netflix? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But anyways, you head to the top floor. This is the rooftop, and this is where they hold barbecues sometimes, and they have little toasties, and apparently toasties mean sandwiches. I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, do you guys mean hot dogs? But yeah, I thought that was super cute, and it's really nice that they do a lot of stuff here. And that's one of the reasons why hostels are so cool, because it's very community based. They're very friendly because they know that you're, a backpacker. So they hold these events, they hold these activities, they help you book things, which is super, super cool and neat. But, anyways, this is a good perspective of the fact that this hostel is in the middle of downtown Chinatown. And it's kind of expensive. I think it was around $60 a night. I usually go for cheaper hostels, but I needed one right away to apply for my visa, as I only had 12 hours, so I couldn't really look around. So because this was such a last minute trip, I didn't realize that the Great Barrier Reef is in Australia. I just didn't think about it, because this was so spontaneous. But I could technically fly out there and enjoy the rest of my trip, but I was only planning on staying for 2 more days. So I guess it's just another excuse to come back to Australia, and next time I'm just gonna go more up north. This building is absolutely enormous, stretches out all the way, so very hard to miss. Just walking up to the harbor now. I was here to see this monument, but look how massive this Crown Princess cruise ship is. It is literally stealing the spotlight, so let's get a closer look. Everyone's just come off the cruise, I found out. I saw a very wonderful old lady struggling with all 3 of her bags, and I decided to help her, and she was so grateful, and then the husband came limping over and said, I got her from here. Wow, so cool. This is just the thing to do, I guess, when you retire. As I check my way over to see the beautiful, beautiful Sydney Opera House, I discovered that this is the spot where you take those little boat ferries to get to the other side of the land here. And this is what I'm going to do in part 4 of my videos. Unfortunately, I tried so hard to keep this very small, but oh my God, if I put all the videos together, this would have been like a 2-hour thing, and nobody wants that, okay? But anyways, so I found out that there's also like a famous Luna Park. Just kidding. I've never heard of it before. This here is spectacular. We're getting a panoramic view of everything. The cruise ship, the bridge that you could walk across or climb for $300 with a tour guide that's, helping you at the very top. And of course, the famous Sydney Opera House. I actually joked with my mom before I got here saying that I want to see everything except for the Sydney Opera House. You guys, I have to understand, I'm not really a modern type of girl, but this place is so cool because of the history. There were riots, there was graffiti, billions of dollars, years and years to construct this building, and they had a global contest for somebody to be the architect designer of it. And it was a Danish man that won, and he was inspired by seashells, sails, and orange slices. So without that tour, I would have actually not even been here. So appreciate that. And you gotta love a free, good guided tour. Because I usually am solo traveling, I don't get many photos of myself. And I know, so tragic. So usually I look at people who are trying to take photos of themselves, and then I ask to help them, and then we kind of just swap the favor, or I just find somebody who's also by themselves and I'm like, hey, I'll take your photo if you take mine. And I know you guys always roast me about something in one of my videos, and I think this is going to be it, that I didn't go into the Sydney Opera House. I'm so sorry. All right, so just to the right of the Opera House, we have the for free Royal Botanic Garden. I'm so excited. I love that Sydney does so many things for free. There's a bunch of museums that are for free. You just have to check the times that they're open. So let's go into the free garden. Okay, this place actually seems quite lengthy, so I'm just gonna head on in and do my best to We are on day 3 and we have finally spotted our first big spider. Can't even see it because it's so far away on my phone, but just know that it's there. It looks like a spider I've seen in Vancouver before, so nothing crazy, but I was expecting a lot more wildlife. The most I've seen is that bird bin, whatever it's called, and a bunch of pigeons, and now 2 different spiders. That's it. I mean, not like I want to see more spiders, but I just was expecting a little more wildlife in Australia, but I guess that's big city kills wildlife. This is so relatable. I just want to describe the smell to you. It is so floral and pure, smelling like real, just H2O, oxygen. It's actually pretty intense, especially because this is just a garden on the corner of a city. It just smells amazing. But like, where the hell are the kangaroos? You know what I mean? Okay, I just want to describe the smell to you. It started off very floral and whimsical, and now it actually smells like fish. Like fish food. I don't know how to describe that, but I am just standing right here in between these beautiful plants and trees, and it actually smells like fish, goldfish maybe. And for the first time today, 2 people asked if they could take photos of me if I needed it, and of course they were Canadian. I just talked to them for, oh my goodness, I think 38 minutes, and he was just telling me like how I can make money. So clearly they're very wealthy and they hope the best for me as well. But there is quite a bit of construction happening, and some of the plants are actually dead, or I guess you could say fried. But it is super cute either way, and I highly recommend, as it is also cooler in here due to all the trees. Oh my god, my first iguana. Hello. Mans is basking in the sun. Okay, I have finally spotted the first real big spider. Oh my god, it just jumped. Oh my god, it's feasting. Oh no, focus. We are back to the big park in the middle of downtown where we went for our tour. Look, this is just a chillage spot for everyone. It's so cute. Kind of reminding me of Montreal a little bit. Just the fact that people come here for lunch and eat. So cute. And it's right beside my hostel. Okay, if you're a bougie person and you want to see Prada, Gucci, all of those stores, you want to find Market Street. Market Street. This place is hustling and bustling, yo. Crazy. I am just obsessed with these hole-in-the-wall coffee shops that also sell sandwiches, and this is the best priced, biggest one I've seen so far, so I'm getting it. Oh my god, yes, I am starving. Almost passed out, honestly. Without that coconut water and green juice, I would have been dead by now. Okay, so like I was told, there's a lot of free museums here, but they're all closed right now. I was so exhausted, I guess, from just not resting at all the past 3 days. But let's check out how much the National Australian Museum is. And we are introduced right away with 20,000-year-old footprints from Aboriginals to Australia. Let's check out some prices and see if this is worth it. Oh, look at this. Very nice. Okay, so what a coincidence. They are doing a Machu Picchu exhibition here. And as you guys know from the beginning of the video, I was actually going to go to Machu Picchu instead of Australia, but the weather was just not my friend. So here we are. So funny that this is actually going on. So he said that it is a $32 exhibition, but the rest of the museum is free, as are most of the museums in Australia, which is super cool. So let's go check it out. Okay, let's see what's happening there. I don't know. Welcome to Australia Museum. Let's check this map out. Okay, so from my understanding, all the free stuff is just like minerals and some fossils and facts about Aboriginals in Australia. Oh, so far so good. Okay, I'm just gonna browse around and tell you afterwards if it is worth it or not. Oh my gosh. All the nocturnal animals. Three amigos pulling up to the club. The turtle I worked with, a green. Y'all, during this part in the museum, there was a couple in front of me, and the girl didn't know I was there, and she looked at her boyfriend and said, "Would you still love me if I was a worm?" And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I was like, damn, us girls are all the same. Okay, I can already say that this is highly recommended. Now we are looking at the indigenous ways of life. This is actually crazy. It shows you how many tribes lived here before the Britons, the Irish, and the Scottish came. All right, y'all, that's enough about this museum, but it is so cool that Australia does so many free things. So I basically did everything free during my trip. And this is just a cool way of how they want to build the future. Y'all, this is the end. Thank you so much for watching part 3. Make sure to tune in to part 4 of my Australian adventure. Yes, my final day here. So sad, y'all, so sad. I went to Manly Park and I just cruised around. I honestly love it here. I'm coming back.